Monday morning with Bruce Wolf and Dan Proft. Did any romances blossom from the Chick-fil-A kiss-in?
And more loose talk about the Drew Peterson trial.
That's Monday morning. Bruce Wolf, Dan Proft, 89 WLS.
7:36. Awake with Jake, 8 o'clock. Paul Bryan, Drive Chicago. Now, I was just figuring out, based on my current rate of income, I estimate that I will have a very comfortable retirement 200 years after I die. Yeah. I've run the numbers. The numbers don't look good. Brian in Lansing. Hey, Brian, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning, Jake. I just wanted to chime in on this. I'm gay, but I'm also a log cabin Republican. This whole Chick-fil-A thing is just seriously wrong. Basically, what Rahm Emanuel and the mayor from Boston have done is basically panhandling to the Democratic gay community, which is a very big, strong voting bloc, and they have a lot of disposable income, so they don't want to lose that income or the votes. That's number one. President Obama, of course he's going to be for gay marriage because, as everybody knows, that bill is never going to pass the House or the Senate. So he could say he's for it all he wants. He's never going to see that bill.
Yeah, but he also has, there's a number of black ministers who are upset with that position because they don't support gay marriage.
But the other thing with gay marriage, I think the whole problem with that is the terminology. Marriage is actually, a sacrament within the church. If they turned around and called it just a civil union with the same rights, except that you only got married like in court, don't force a Catholic church or a Christian parish to marry a gay couple.
Well, I don't think
that's against their beliefs.
But I don't think they're trying to force the Catholic Church to marry a gay couple. They want gay marriage to be in any civil courthouse in the land where someone can go in, whether it's two men, two women, a man and a woman, to get married. That's right, what they want.
Eventually, that would force them, if you pass that would force those agencies to perform the marriage as well because, it's under their, just like they would force right now contraception and abortion with the new Obama
I don't see how they can force a religion to do that. It would be civil. It would be, a civil marriage.
But my whole thing is, this is nothing but panhandling to the Democratic gay voters that are out there, and they got them all riled up over this thing, and it's just wrong. People are entitled to their views. How would the community feel if they said, okay, well, you're against homosexuality, so we're going to force abstinence on you, or we're going to force a rabbi to eat a double bacon cheeseburger. I mean, you can't do those things. People are entitled to their opinion and their beliefs. That's it.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, thank you. Bye.
See, I'm worried about what's going on in New York with the 16-ounce sugar drink. Can't have more than 16 ounces. I want that big gulp. Sometimes you need the big gulp. Tina and Homer going, hey, Tina, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning, Jake. It's been a while since I've called. I wonder, whatever happened to your gas grill? Did you ever find it?
No, we never did.
Aw.
Someone has my 10-year anniversary commemorative 89 WLS grill.
Oh, I'm sorry. And there'll be another storm tonight. Anyway, my hot and heavy topic. Had Barack Obama been vetted as he should have been in 2007, one might have noted that the Trinity United Christian Church that he belonged to had 10 visions. The one that jumped out at me at that time was that they pledged allegiance to Africa. Then they changed it after he won the Iowa primary to read they have a non-negotiable commitment to Africa. But the one that's more pertinent to today is that the congregation working towards economic parity. And that is exactly what he is doing. I only looked it up because at that time I didn't understand why he had come from a mother who was an avowed atheist and a father who was a Muslim. He'd been to various different schools, and I wanted to know when he got the epiphany to join this church and why. And I knew that in my own religion, in Catholicism, we had precepts. So I was able to find at that time on their website these 10 visions. And like I said, after he won in the Iowa primary, it changed. And then by the April primaries, it was taken off completely.
And then eventually the Reverend Wright was thrown under the bus.
Right. So all of that came off of the website.
But the other thing, Tina, though, is coming to Chicago, being in Chicago, that was the church to belong to.
Oh, I know.
If you wanted to go somewhere politically, that's where you belonged.
I mean, everybody went. Even Oprah went there for a short time.
By the way, did you see Oprah's wig collection? Huh?
She does. Her hair is not quite as charming as everybody thinks it is.
I didn't realize she wore a wig.
Oh, God, all the time. I saw her several times in the State of Illinois building. And
without a wig?
No, but the wig wasn't on as the way it should have been.
Did you ever watch the old Dick Van Dyke Show?
Yeah.
You know the what's his name? Carl Reiner played the Alan Brady, the boss. Remember how he used to have the wigs on the on the little models, and he would talk to the hair?
Oh God!
Was Oprah like that?
I don't think so.
She didn't talk to the hair.
She just wanted to be coiffured.
Well, she was very good at it. I must give her that. I didn't know she was wearing wigs.
Yeah, maybe she should come out here to Homer Glen.
I think she has a home out there. She has homes everywhere.
Yeah, she's got them everywhere. Even in that place in Maui. I mean, that was a big place that she bought out there.
But surrounded by water. Who wants to live there?
And then she had the old training camp in Indiana that she planted all those tulip bulbs.
Yeah.
She's quite the lady. But she doesn't know how to spend her money.
But you know what? She's spending her money right now on her network because her network's not doing well.
No, it's going down the tubes rapidly.
Yeah, she needs some good programming. Thank you, Tina.
Sure, you have a wonderful weekend.
How could I not after I've just talked to you?
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, another result? Uh-oh, this is the big one. Men's parallel bars. And they're parallel to each other. Where do you buy those? Did you buy those somewhere? Anyway, the United States takes the gold. Bart Connor takes the gold. Nobuyuki Katani takes the silver from Japan. And Mitch Gaylord from the United States the bronze. Congratulations to all. There we go. Let's go back to the phones. 591-8900. Richard Niles, you're on 89 WLS.
Yeah, you were talking about these people being stupid. Now, you take like Warren Buffett is not stupid, but he supported Barack Obama, and Mort Zuckerman is another guy that supported Barack Obama. There's a lot of people with a lot of money and a lot of
Mort Zuckerman's not supporting him now.
Yeah, I know, but these people should know better. I look back at history. I used past his prologue, and I thought what Carter did and what Clinton did, and I thought to myself, even without seeing this guy, I knew he was going to be a disaster. I knew things were going to get bad.
So why didn't you tell somebody?
Huh?
Then why didn't you tell somebody?
I did tell somebody. They didn't believe me. They thought I was goofy. They thought that this guy was going to be the second coming of Christ or something, and that's the attitude they had.
Well, he was a rock star.
Yeah, I know he was. So I don't know. And then he got the liberal news media supporting him, and they didn't vet this guy at all. They didn't go out there and tell everybody what he was doing or what his idea was going to shut down the coal industry, is going to shut down the oil industry. He's attacking the banking industry.
You know what? Hillary Clinton tried to do it in the primary, and what happened? Her husband got called a racist.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. But
you remember that because it's history.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They mislead people in such a way that they don't. I don't know if they're just dumb or I think they're just misled and they're ignorant of what is really happening in the real world. All
right, thanks, Rich.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of this thing with Harry Reid. I know people were talking about it, and I finally saw it yesterday about what did he say? It's kind of out there now that Romney didn't pay his taxes for 10 years, so he better show all his returns to prove he did. That's all a deflection from the economy. That's all that is. And Romney doesn't know how to respond to that. If he did not pay taxes in 10 years, you don't think the IRS would not have been on him? Really? You don't think the IRS would have been on him for not paying taxes for 10 years? But what happens is people are talking about that, and people hear it. The people who know all the Kardashians, you put a gun to my head, I couldn't name you 2 Kardashians. But there are people that know all about the Kardashians. But those people hear, Romney didn't pay taxes for 10 years. And that becomes their news. That's what they believe. It's a show. It's a sad show because this country is really in bad shape. Unemployment, 8.254%. Again, thanks to those people who are out of work and looking for jobs. You should be staying home, not looking for jobs. That way the rate would go down. Al in Westmont. Al, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning, Jay. Good program. Two things. You know, you scared the hell out of me. I had the wrong radio station on, and they said the new host is going to be... but it was the wrong radio station. Anyway, getting back to Chick-fil-A, we voted against the same-sex marriage in Illinois, so what is Rahm going to do?
Did we? I don't remember that.
It was one of the mayor, governor election. You had a box to check for or against, and the people voted against it. So what's Rahm going to do? Take Chicago and move the hell out?
Yes, he could. He can take it out on the lake. Thank you there, sir. I don't remember that. Maybe somebody does. I don't. Anyway, 7:48, back right after this on 89 WLS.
Are you outspoken, irreverent, a hypochondriac? Then there may be a place for you at Chicago's Talk Leader, 89 WLS.
I'm driving. I got a guy on the radio who talks to me.
Chicago's Talk Leader is on the hunt for the next 89 WLS Talk Star. And it could be you.
I know nothing about the radio, nothing.
Find out how you can win your very own talk show on WLS.
All right, this is exciting. This is our big chance. Oh, wait a minute. It's not our big chance. It's somebody else's big chance.
For complete details and to submit your audition, go to WLSAM.com.
You have a love-hate relationship with the trees in your yard. You love their beauty and the shade they provide, but you hate the leaves that clog your gutters. I have the Don Wade solution. It's called Leaf Guard. It's a clog-free gutter system. It lets the water flow in, but the debris falls to the ground. Don't be fooled by cheap gutter covers. They don't work anywhere near as well as Leaf Guard. Leaf Guard gutters come with a 100% no-clog guarantee. If they ever do clog, Leaf Guard will clean them free. No questions asked. Leaf Guard's been in business over 66 years, so you know they're going to be here if you need them. Call Leaf Guard today. Set up a free in-home estimate. 630-343-5094. 630-343-5094. The next 10 callers get 50% off the installation and a free $100 gas card with a purchase. Call 630-343-5094.
Tune in to the Mortgage Radio Show here on 890 AM WLS this morning at 11 a.m. The Mortgage Radio Show, hosted by Kerry Kasem and mortgage expert Alex Michaels, brought to you by Network Capital Funding Corporation, will help you find the right mortgage product for your needs. The Mortgage Radio Show will provide you reliable information, up-to-the-minute interest rates, and most current loan programs available. Get the tools needed to make sound financial and mortgage choices. Tune in this morning at 11 a.m. on 890 AM WLS. The Mortgage Radio Show, your number one choice for mortgage news.
Here is an urgent message from Lumber Liquidators. Home improvements are still a good investment, and one of the smartest updates you can make is adding hardwood flooring. Lumber Liquidators is the largest specialty flooring retailer in the U.S. that provides pre-finished and unfinished hardwood floors at incredibly low prices. In fact, their global buying power lets them negotiate directly with the mills and pass the savings on to you. If you want hardwood flooring at a fraction of the cost, trust Lumber Liquidators. Call in the next 10 minutes for a flooring guide and catalog absolutely free. It's filled with top quality flooring like solid hardwood, laminate, bamboo, and even Bellawood pre-finished flooring with a transferable 100-year warranty. The same floor Bob Vila has in his home. This free catalog is full of tips, ideas, and a flooring project list to help you find the right floor for you. Call and get a free guide and catalog at 800-580-7290 now. 800-580-7290. That's 800-580-7290.
An ounce of prevention, 5 quarts of oil, another year on the road. However you measure car care, get more at Midas. For just $24.99, Midas will change your oil, rotate your tires, and check your brakes. All just $24.99. A small price to help keep your car running longer. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care.
Up to 5 quarts conventional oil, taxes and shop fees extra. Most vehicles at participating Chicagoland Midas.
Chicago's Talk Leader, 89 WLS, on the air and on iHeartRadio.
news from across the country and around the world is moments away with an ABC News update on 89 WLS and WLSAM.com.
7:51. You got to give the president credit for one thing. Courage. In Ohio, with the voting, Ohio is one of the most liberal places as far as, how long before an election you can do the pre-voting. It's 35 days in Ohio. And there's a bill to extend it for the military if you're overseas, basically. And the president's campaign has stepped in and has gone to court, and they are against that, saying it's not fair to everybody else. If you're going to extend it for the military, you need to extend it for everybody else because everybody's in the same position. And to me, that takes courage to go against the military and the military families. Because basically what they're saying is, if the people who live in Ohio could get their voting done in 35 days before the election, so should the military. If you're serving in Afghanistan, it isn't much different from living in Steubenville, Ohio, and getting your vote in. It may take a little longer in the mail, but there's no reason to give people in the military extra time. They're just like everybody else. They have the same post office, the same everything. So you got to give them courage for that. Because when you consider most of the people in the military are Democrats. At least that's what I saw on TV yesterday. Let's go to Bob on the south side. Hey, Bob.
Liquid Jake.
Mr. Florida bound.
Well, I'm telling you, Jake, one comment, and then I'm going to have you make a prediction. Because, later this week, I'm meeting the rest of my family down there. And unfortunately, this is probably my last week with Jake.
No.
Oh, unless I get that computer, I got so much ahead of me. Oh, my God. Can you say God, by the way? I'm sorry.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry I made that mistake. Anyways, one comment that I got to get a prediction from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with that gymnast, what's her little Gabby?
Gabby Hayes.
Yeah, she didn't win that gold medal on her own. She didn't do that by herself. She let other people help her do that. I mean, why do we give her a lot of credit for that?
She had a good teacher.
Oh, she had a good teacher. She had a road to get to the place. She took a plane to get to where she had to go. She didn't win that gold medal. I don't give her hardly any credit at all.
If there was not a road in front of the gym, how would she have gotten to the gym?
Oh, absolutely. Someone had to make all that stuff, the powder you put on your hands. Jeez.
That's why Abraham Lincoln never did well in the parallel bars, because there was no road to the gym when he was alive.
Oh, okay. Here it is, Jake. And I will try somehow.
I have no idea what I said.
To get a hold of you on November 7th. Okay.
Where are you voting on November 7th? Down in Florida?
Yeah. Listen. I got a million things to do, as you can imagine. But one of the first things I'm going to do is register to vote. Okay?
But you can, if you don't cancel your registration up here, you can vote absentee up here.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I have to.
And you'll be the guy that goes to jail, Bob.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and he voted in Illinois, and he voted in Florida. Hurry up and get him. There's a million other things to do, but let's put him in jail, right? All right, give me a prediction, Jake. I want to call you November. Somehow I'll try to call you. What do you think is going to happen November 6th?
Who's going to win the presidential election?
I'm not talking about anything else.
President Obama.
Okay, it was enjoyable talking to you. I'm not saying you're wrong, but
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
No, you're not the first one I've talked to about that. I find that prediction. I mean, it's amazing in the fact that it actually could happen. I mean, I have no idea what happened to this country.
The economy stinks. It doesn't seem to be getting much better.
Well, first of all, it's not it's not 8.2. You know it's about 11, 12, right? You know that.
A lot of people are out of work. Home values are way down. Gas prices are up again. People don't have extra money. Taxes are coming, and Robbie doesn't seem to know how to run a campaign. There you go. That's why.
Okay, Jake. Love you. Have a good day.
Bob, love you, Bob. Bye-bye. There he goes. I think this is the last one we're going to have. That's all we have time for. Swimming. We love swimming. This is the women's 4x100 meters medley relay. Who doesn't love swimming medley? Taken by the gold goes to East Germany. United States took the silver, Canada the bronze. Congratulations. Let's go to Joey and Joliet. Hey, Joey, you're on 89 WLS.
Good morning. I was just thinking it would be wonderful if Chick-fil-A would donate their excess profit for the day to the disabled veterans.
And then there would be the complaint that they're taking their hate money and using it for vets.
They could all do it. McDonald's, Wendy's, take a turn.
Yeah. I mean, at Chick-fil-A, I know there's been a lot of controversy and all that, but they came out, public relations wise, they came out way ahead, and financially, they got a ton of dough. Was it Wednesday or Thursday, whenever day they did that?
Yeah, I hate telling rich people what to do with their money, but that'd be a good thing, I believe.
You know what? From what I've read of this guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he already isn't giving money to either the Wounded Warriors or one of those organizations.
He probably doesn't give as much as Biden or Al Gore did.
All right. Thank you, Joey.
Bye.
It's just funny when he mentioned that. I was thinking of, talking tax returns. You remember when Bill Clinton gave his tax returns out and he was writing off, was it $10 for his used underwear? Remember that? Anyway, I'm done. I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody. Paul Bryan coming up with Drive Chicago in a few minutes. I'll be back next Saturday. Again, thank you to John Cass for last week. Stay tuned on 89 WLS.
This ball game